welcome to the deep dive. So you send over a really interesting collection of sources for us, and they're all kind of wrestling with this question that I think is on a lot of our minds. With information just everywhere. Is reading books still well worth the time?
That's exactly it. That's the heart of what we're exploring. We've looked through Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, Copilot, Grok, DeepSeek, quite a few.
Yeah.
And each one offers a slightly different take on whether these, longer reads still have a vital place.
Okay.
So the mission today is really to distill the key insights for you.
Right, because there's this definite tension, isn't there? You feel it. On one side, there's this maybe perception that books are a bit slow for the modern world.
Yeah, the slow lane, maybe.
But then you also have this strong feeling that they offer something unique, something fundamentally different. Okay, so let's dive in. What's the current landscape look like according to these sources?
Well, what jumps out immediately is this shift in habits. It's pretty clear Perplexity really highlights a noticeable decline in book reading.
Especially among younger people, right?
Exactly. They point straight at the competition. I mean, social media, streaming, all the digital noise fighting for our attention, it's fierce.
Right.
And they share that statistic. Almost half of U.S. adults didn't read a single book in 2023. It paints a pretty stark picture.
Wow. Yeah, that's a huge number. It really makes you wonder what we're, trading off.
It does.
But what's interesting is even with acknowledging that decline, nearly all the sources, maybe all of them, strongly argue for the unique benefits that reading still offers.
Yes, that's the consistent thread. Despite the trend, there's this counter-argument about enduring value.
So what are these advantages then? What keeps coming up?
Okay, so a big one, mentioned by Claude, Gemini, and DeepSeek quite consistently, is deep focus and the retention that comes with it.
Right.
Think about it when you're really in a book, especially maybe a physical one. It demands your focus in a way that just like scrolling through a feed doesn't.
Yeah, it's a different mode entirely.
And that immersive quality, it seems, leads to understanding things more deeply and remembering them better.
That makes complete sense. You're not just grabbing bits and pieces, you're investing time, settling in. And several sources, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, DeepSeek. Again, they also hit on the depth of knowledge books provide.
Exactly. They allow for nuance, for really exploring a topic thoroughly. You just can't get that same level of detail in, say, a short article or a quick video.
Not usually, no.
Books give you the space for complex arguments, for detailed stories, for a kind of completeness that shorter formats often sacrifice for brevity.
And this process, this engagement with complexity, it naturally builds critical thinking skills, right?
Yeah.
Claude, Gemini, Perplexity mentioned that specifically.
Absolutely. Processing those complex ideas, following intricate plots, maybe challenging narratives. It's like a workout for your analytical brain.
And, just the simple physical act of reading a book. Claude and Gemini brought this up, stepping away from the screen.
Oh, that's a big one.
Getting away from the constant pings and notifications. It's like a mini digital detox. Have you noticed that difference?
Yeah.
Reading a physical book versus, say, reading on your phone right before sleep.
Oh, completely different feeling, much calmer.
Yeah.
And the perks go beyond just less screen fatigue. Gemini and Perplexity also talk about other cognitive benefits.
Like what?
Well, things like expanding your vocabulary, improving your writing skills, even boosting your memory. It's kind of strengthening different mental muscles all at once.
And fiction seems to have its own special thing going on, doesn't it? I saw Gemini and DeepSeek emphasized empathy.
Yes. That's a fascinating point. By stepping into the lives of fictional characters, experiencing their world, their feelings, you gain insight into different perspectives.
It's like trying on someone else's viewpoint.
Exactly that, developing that ability to see things from another angle, which is, let's face it, pretty crucial for navigating the world.
Definitely.
And it's not all just purely intellectual either. Gemini, Perplexity, DeepSeek, they all mention reading as a way to reduce stress, like a genuine escape.
A way to unwind, yeah.
And also just pure mental stimulation, keeping the mind active. Perplexity even notes that some research suggests regular reading might help delay cognitive decline later in life.
So the whole package, really. Not just information, but mental fitness, emotional intelligence, stress relief.
Pretty much covers a lot of ground.
Now, Grok adds an interesting twist, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Suggesting it's not just that we read, but what we read and why.
Yes. Grok brings in this idea of intentionality. Are we thinking about our choices? Are we going for quality over just ticking off books?
Right.
And matching the format to the goal. Like if you just need a quick fact, maybe an article is fine. But for deep understanding or that immersive story.
Then a book is probably the tool for the job.
That seems to be the argument. Which also kind of addresses the point Gemini touches on, can't you get similar value from documentaries or podcasts?
Yeah, that's a fair question.
It is. But the counter seems to be that the engagement is different with a book. The cognitive processes are unique. It's a different kind of mental effort, maybe.
A more active participation.
Perhaps. And while other media definitely have their place, as Claude, Copilot, and Grok all say different tools for different tasks, books seem uniquely suited for those really deep explorations. Complex topics, intricate stories.
So in this world of constant digital information, being deliberate, being intentional about reading seems really important. Copilot and DeepSeek stress that.
It's about making an active choice, not just passively consuming, cultivating that habit.
Have you found that making time for it, even just a little bit, changes how you feel or focus during the day?
I think it can, yeah. It creates a different kind of mental space. And Copilot suggests experimenting too. Find what works for you. Print, digital, a mix.
Right.
Just the discipline of setting aside that time can be like a mindful pause, a way to cultivate focus away from the digital rush.
And finally, Grok noted that debate you see online, sometimes reading is overrated versus no, it's this incredibly immersive thing. Different camps there.
Yeah, there are definitely those different viewpoints out there. It probably depends a lot on what someone is looking for. Quick info versus deep immersion.
Yet, even with those debates, the core benefits we talked about, the focus, the depth, the cognitive exercise, they seem to hold up across the board in these sources.
They really do. Those seem to be the unique selling points, regardless of how you prefer to get your information.
Okay, so pulling it all together, the takeaway seems pretty clear. Despite everything digital, despite the shifts in habits, reading books isn't really obsolete at all.
Far from it, it seems. The sources suggest it offers these really distinct, maybe even irreplaceable benefits for our minds, our understanding, even our well-being.
Absolutely. Which leaves us with a final thought for you, listening. In this world of, constant bite-sized information streams, how might intentionally making space for a book, even a little bit, change your own focus or deepen your understanding, maybe broaden your perspective? What kind of deep dive could a book offer you that maybe other media just can't?